have what some people might call control issues. I always have, and since I was a kid, really. But the simple truth is that I can't do everything alone. So I have to empower the people that I choose to work with. See, it's not just about being in charge, it's about deciding how you want to be in charge. Look, you want to walk out of here right now, that's fine. I understand. I'll keep taking your 5s and your 1s. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. But what you have to decide is just how big you want your business to become and how much control you are willing to get it there.
Sure, what we talking about, sure?
Money from the trucks, almost $5,000.
Come on, boy. You tell me you get your balls all twisted up over
It's
5
not the
grand.
money, it's the principle. This ain't no corner boy shit. It's one of us.
You see that for me, nigga? I know your ass ain't asking me, so who you think took it?
I don't know. I don't know.
My advice, let that shit be. Assume whoever took it need it.
All right, brothers. I know that was weird, right? Sometimes I watch shows. Now, I will tell you right now, it's probably not a show I should be watching, all right? Has drugs, has a lot of sexual scenes that you shouldn't. I skip over it. I just like shows that shows character development, you know? That just caught me. A couple of the 2 scenes I showed you. I don't know how clear the audio is going to be. But man, oh man. I'm not saying everything they say is right, you know? But as a business owner, and as a person that works for people, it's like, You know, when I first owned this business, I tried to do everything my own, supersede everything. Boom, 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 right? But it's all about balance. When I tried to do my business and take over everything, it stressed everybody out. I was micromanaging everything, and then I had no time for myself, and I was even losing my mind. Now, then the opposite happened. I started giving control away to other people. Like you said, how much control you want to let go. I have a lot of control issues I've been dealing with over the years. Now, there was part of my business life in the recent other years that I gave too much control away, where then I got screwed over. So there's a fine balance. And I included the second scene because the second scene is also important, especially for any of you guys gonna be entrepreneurs or you have businesses, right? Man, I remember. Now, it's also a balance on that one. My mom told me once, she said, you know, my dad is my first manager she stole from me. I liked her. I would have forgiven her and let her keep working as my manager. She didn't steal a lot. I would have talked to her and I would have let her keep working for me. She was a good girl, man. She just did it the wrong way. Now, I'll tell you a couple stories real fast. One girl that worked for me, her car broke down. She asked for me. She said, Chocopie, can I have $400, please? I need it. I need to fix my car. I said, sure, why not? She was a great front desk employee, by the way. Always smiling, very good energy. So I gave it to her. She said, pay me back when you can. Or I think I said, pay me back next week or whatever, when paycheck comes. You know what she did? She ghosted, left. So, and I was thinking, I was really bitter about that moment. But it's, of course, a long time ago. I let it go. But the thing is, if she would have just came to me and asked me, but she doesn't know me, right? But the kind of man I was, because she's such a good employee, I would have probably said, hey, you know what? $400, don't worry about it. Now, mind you, it was out of my own pocket, but I would have said, don't worry about it. Because she was more valuable as an employee. But, you know, she chose to leave. Now, the second thing is, I remember another story my mom told me. She said, you know, sometimes the employees, they take sodas. Because my parents own gas stations, right? They fill up sodas and they get free sodas and stuff. She says those things, sometimes you let it go, you know? And just like that second scene I showed you, it's like, just let it go, homie. You know? Sometimes you just why do you want to cause a bigger mess? You know, especially people that are working for you. I'm not telling you employees to steal from your owners and bosses, because I've also been employed and I've been fired a lot and I've stolen from my bosses when I was young, okay? So I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying, as a boss, you know, some small things let go. Now, thieving. stealing from the cash register, now that's something you probably should have let go. But there's a fine balance, right? Where you want to show your employees love and also you want to give up some control. But there's always a balance between these things, you know? That's why I want to show that to you. Now, my parents, they always, even at their own gas station, this is a little business tactic, you know? They would pay for everything. It's not even a tactic. This is just who they are, old school generation. I would be like, dude, Dad, like, let me fill my gas tank. He said, no, you pay for it. Even my mom, every food she took at lunch break, she would go to the cash. I know it sounds funny, right? We own the gas station. But my mom and dad, and especially my mom, she would go around the cash register on her lunch break. If she gets something from our own business, she would pull out her money. She would pay for it. Just to show the other employees, hey, I'm the boss, but I still pay for the stuff in here. So I want you to show the same respect just as I'm showing for my own business. That's why the old generation, like my parents, made money. But then there is, like I said, everything, there is a balance to these things, right? Now the generation and people are changing. The mindsets are changing. You know, the minimum wage here in Washington is close up to $18 minimum wage in Seattle area, man. It's crazy. People voted for that. It's crazy because now you think that would have helped you. It only helped you see small return, man, because you was only at the small moment when that helped somebody. And now everything's inflated. So now people need more money. Now that's going off of a different tangent a little bit. But as far as business owners, you know, those two scenarios, it was very interesting to me. I'm a business owner myself, and I've also been an employee working for someone. So I just wanted to include that just to see maybe what's your guys' perspective, you know what I'm saying? You know, you might work for somebody. What do you think about that? You know, I just know myself that because of my given nature, I've gained a lot of loyalty from my employees and a lot of blessing from my employees, but also because of my nature of giving too much, I've gotten backstabbed time after time after time. And so that is the gamble, and that is the weight of balancing. And also how much control, like the first scene said, how much control you willing to give up. You know, because think about it, some people own 3 or 4 businesses. How do you think they do that? They can't be at 4 businesses 24 hours a day, right? You gotta give up some control. But one thing I will say is if you put the necessary policies in step and you put the structure like my parents did at their own businesses, that's where I kind of messed up with my own business. I was a nice guy. But the thing is, like I said in another video, people get used to things. Like I said, when I came out of jail, I was grateful for everything. Now, the first couple times my employees, I do something nice for them. Maybe I give them money or help them out to pay their rent. They're grateful. But you do it too often. Gratefulness, it becomes something of they expect it. And then all gratefulness goes out the window. So many different topics I just talked about. But I don't know, when I saw that scene, I just wanted to share it, man. Like I said, I don't know, this TikTok thing, I just want to share my thoughts, my wisdom, and what I've learned throughout my life. So maybe that'll help you, some of you guys think that work for people, and also for you business owners or wanting to be entrepreneurs to think about that as well. You know, there's not really a right or wrong answer. There's always a good or bad. But that's up to you to decide, you know. So, bye-bye.